Hey everybody, Kevin here, and this is Car Rides with Kevin edition of your Performance Edge. So buckle up. So here we go. Hey, I was talking with John today, and we were talking about, the whole idea of teams, and in the concept of teams, I kind of brought up that there's a real key indicator for whoever's leading a team. And maybe this Performance Edge might be, well, here's the thing. If you're a team person or a team leader, it could apply both ways. So let me dig in. So there tends to be this approach a lot of times where we just think that teams are teams and people show up and they work together and that kind of thing. I tend to take team and break it down a little bit further. And that means I want to move from having a for you team to a with you team. I want a team that works with me. I want a team that feels like they could bring their ideas and add value to what's going on, have a seat at the table, speak into the conditions of the situations we're dealing with. I want a team that's invested emotionally and connected relationally. I want a team that's a with team. I want to feel like I'm working with them. I don't want anyone to feel like they're working for me, which means that as a leader, I have to be willing to tackle the questions. I got to be willing to hear maybe some feedback I don't want to hear, or really kind of give in to some better ideas than maybe the ones I had originally. And I think that's the functional humility part of leadership. That's really part and very important part of leading a team. Now, the for you dynamic tends to be very top down. It tends to be like, just do what I tell you. And when we get into the for you mindset, hey, look, I'm going home at 5 or 3. I'm not spending a whole lot of time thinking about how to make anything better. I'm just, trading time for money. And that's called an occupation, by the way. When you have a with you team, it's called a vocation, because that's the process of finding your voice among others and seeing how it values the organization, how it values you, and all the good stuff comes along for the ride. So the question individually is, are you a with you? Are you trying to get into a with you situation? And how do you lead up? And how do you lead effectively to be able to bring the with you kind of to the table? And here's the deal. I think with you is an individual choice you make to bring the highest level of value to the point to where whoever the owner or your team leader or whoever comes to you and says, what's your deal? And you can say, hey, look, I'm a with you guy. But these are the things I value as a with you guy. I value having a seat at the table. I value speaking in and thinking about problems. I value taking a little bit of time to understand the context of why we're doing what we're doing so that I can really engage in it. And I can back it up when others ask questions. All of those things are an important part of being a with you person. And if you, look, this is America. If you decide you're a for you guy, that's all right. No, it's not wrong. You just need to work with integrity and give a full day's work for a full day's pay, right? If that's your deal and you're going, hey, I'm putting in time, that's what I want to do. Beautiful thing. Welcome to America. However, if you're a leader, I want to really encourage you to lean into understanding this idea of building a with you kind of culture. Because is there a with you kind of dynamic that really excels and grows? Absolutely. And let me give you the two things that I think that are key to this in terms of behaviors for the leader. There's two elements of checking in and checking on. When you check in with someone, that's the seat at the table. That's the with you moment. That's the time where you're wondering how they're doing. What are they seeing? What questions do they have? All that good stuff. When you're checking on somebody, that means, hey, are we hitting our numbers? Is the quality where it needs to be? Are we following through appropriately? Is the customer service at the level that we, are doing? Like, checking on is very tactical, checking in is very personal. And it is the balance of how you do both, because you got to. It's the balance when you're leading, how to do both, that is key. So, hey, think about that. Process that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And I'm telling you, if you decide to really dial this in and think about it, it will transform your leadership. It will transform your team. And trust me, you will become a person of interest. Some people are going to see it, and when they see it, they're going to want a piece of you, and they're going to want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, all that good stuff. And guess what? You're going to tell them because you heard it here first. So stay after it, do some damage, and always remember this: when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. Yeah, buddy. Have fun. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.